Hi, beautiful souls. I wish you all a joyful, beautiful, peaceful day. Another day to celebrate life. How might you celebrate your life in this perfect moment? I was talking to one of my dear friends yesterday, and I said to her, "Do you plan?" And she said, "Oh God, no, I don't plan." She goes, "I like things to be spontaneous." And I smiled because that's so true of her character. She is a very spontaneous being of light, joyful, very, very fun, very uplifting person to be around. And it made me smile because in the old days, the old ways of being, we used to plan. And of course, there is an element of planning which is very useful. You can't not have some sort of plan. And a plan doesn't have to come from the mind. It can come from the heart. Like, what would feel good for this month coming up? How might I share my energy with the planet, with all life? How might I serve with more love and with more joyfulness? And so when we talked about this, that it was really interesting. I mean, obviously there are certain aspects that we do plan. We might plan our diary and our engagements with our clients, for instance, and there's an element of planning that goes into that. But when it comes to a point where we become too rigid in a plan, then it stops us from the flow of just being able to go, oh, I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. And there's something really delightful about just going with that flow and that ease of like, oh, this is what we're doing. Recently I was in Scotland, and I think it was the day before my birthday, and my dear friend and I, we hadn't quite decided what we were going to be doing on that day. And then the evening before, it suddenly appeared. It revealed itself to us. We were going to Iona, the island of Iona. And it was just a revelation, just occurred just then. It was like, that's what we're doing that, yes, that feels right. And there's something so gloriously free and freeing about just living in that perfect moment, just being so present right now that you're so connected with the essence of who you are, that you just allow the stream to flow through you and tell you or show you the way. Show me the way. Reveal to me, what is it? Where are we going to be going tomorrow? What is it that we are going to be doing? Planning can be very boring to some people. In my coaching days, well, I still do some coaching, but in the main coaching days, a lot of planning was presented within coaching sessions. And for some people, it just made everything less likely that they would actually fulfill certain aspects that they had planned because their plans were too boring. And this is the thing, if you plan too far ahead, you will get bored of yourself and you'll get bored of your ideas. It's like when you're writing, and I heard Stephen King say this. He said he never journals what it is his story is going to be about or anything like that. He said the good stuff sticks. And so if the good stuff sticks, you don't need to write it down. You just need to be in that flow. So I guess he's a pantser in the way that he writes. And I find this too, like sometimes if I overly plan something or write something down in preparation for my writing, then I lose some interest in it because I've already taken myself there. I've already engaged in that part of the story. So I want to know another part of the story or something else, another possibility. So overly planning can actually dampen your pathways, dampen your journey. And we all know that when we take the untrod road, the road that is a little bit of a more scenic route, the road up the winding path, that we can get better views and a lot of amazing insights and revelations. So this is just a short little share to consider about how you're planning your life, and is it in equilibrium? Because I'm not saying not to, and I'm not saying to overplan it, and I'm actually never saying anything to anyone. Everyone should actually just always do what they feel is the best thing for them, by asking their absolute God within, going through the stargate of their heart and speaking to the inner guidance, the divine wisdom in there, and knowing it for truth from there, because that's the best way for any of us to live, is seeking that wisdom and that counsel from within in us. I wish you all a beautiful day. Like, subscribe and share if you feel called to do so. Many blessings. Thank you. My name is ZsaZsa.